Hi, Dr. Saxena here, and we've been talking on what are the things which we work on a integrative protocol when it comes to a thing called cancer. So we are the segment basically is trying to understand what exactly and how people are getting into problems without any kind of reason. There has to be, see, we people are most of the people which comes now, they say I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't really follow a very toxic lifestyle, but still they are into it. And then we need to enumerate what are the things which I, as a integrative physician, would like to, having worked in a thing called environmental medicine, along with this in the kind of American Academy of Environmental Medicine, and we believe there is more to cancer than just a deficiency of any particular chemotherapeutic drug or any kind of so we believe that there has to be a not just you poison the cancer, or you just burn the cancer, or you take out the cancer. You need to work on the biology of the cancer. Why the see we talk about something like establishing the good biological terrain for the patient. What I'm talking about this biological terrain is if I am trying to fix this biological terrain, is then there are no cancer, there are no recurrences and all that can happen. See, having said that, you're not trying to look at the kind of work which was done for the last so many years. This is one thing for the last 50 years, but still there's no substantial improvement in the outcomes of the people who are taking this particular course of action. And this one particular thing which we always have a we need to counter think is yes, what is this particularly kind of chemicals which are predominantly in your infusions and all that, how they are able to suppress that. And if they suppress also, what is the guarantee that there will be no recurrence later. So for this matter, we try to work on something like we need to work out on something more deeper, which is thing called cancer stem cells, and we try to work on something like circulating tumor cells and looking at the kind of thing. You may be having remission, but somewhere if you can always sustain that remission, that's the best part actually. And for that we try to work on this biological terrain, try to work with the kind of things, what are the physiology which has been changed, what is that cancer physiology which needs to be corrected. We try to work on some bioauxiliary therapies, trying to work with some hyperthermia, trying to work with some immunology therapies and all that. So, but the major idea here is trying to see strengthen your body rather than tearing it apart. This is our major concept, and I would like you people to understand that yes, it is. This is a multidisciplinary approach, and we are doing for more than a decade or more two now, almost. This what I believe that when you have got a problem, the doctors must, when it comes to cancer, the doctors must consider every option. See, there are host of treatments that achieve that a host of that achieve the tumor destruction and without compromising the quality of life. So this is one thing which is a because most of the people who are still following that old conventional thinking, they are not at the same page what we are talking about, because there is a we believe I don't have anything against surgery or radiation or this particular stuff, but what I believe is you need to always work along at tandem. There are multiple areas. Then you need that 360 degrees approach so that things will be much better. So we start working on multiple levels. I am a student. We worked on some area. There's a pyramid, and you work at the biochemistry level. You get work at the intuition level. You work at the mind kind of level, as well as you work at the super conscious, that is a spiritual level. Having said that, I always believe you need to work for achieving the health. It is not just the physical body which requires. You need to integrate the mind. You need to work at that intuitive level also. We keep telling our patients to start believing that they are getting better, because what belief you carry is in your mind, that makes a big difference. And that's how we can always, I've been working with different kinds of cancers, and we try to inculcate that particular thing, because belief is one thing which really opens up the doors to recovery. And the problem, what I understand is, we are doctors, we are trying to help people and all that. And I had the approach where I'm not looking for a easy cure, immediate cure and all that. I'm trying to find out what must be the problem, trying to look at the root cause of the disease. That was my foray for the so many years now. I am happy that my bringing. I was in a conventional medical college, and later on I picked up radiology. Now I realized that whatever things which we were told, the cause is idiopathic, not known. The causes of scleroderma, the cause of autoimmune rheumatoid arthritis, the cause of so many things which were designated as idiopathic. Idiopathic is no cause is known. So now we understand it is that idiopathic thing. We believe there are a lot of areas where we could find out the cause, maybe the close proximity. This we are talking about is general kind of thing, and we believe that there are some areas where your cancer is caused because of chemicals, your cancer is caused because of a lot of electromagnetic radiation, your cancer is caused because of less of vitamin D. We are talking about a holistic perspective. We are talking about your cancer is because of your microbiome is not proper. Microbiome is the gut biology, gut intestinal. You have got in the gut, in the intestines, you have got a symbiotic relation between the normal as well as good bacteria and the host. So if the bad bacteria is more, if there is a fungal predominance is more, fungi is again, it comes something like candida and all that. Now people understand what is fungal and all that. It took us years for people to even the most so-called educated class to understand, because this fungal component was not there. Now everyone talks about fungal and all that, and at least I'm happy for that. So we talk about this all these things, and we need to have a balance of all things. Apart from that, we need to have a balance of your higher control. Higher control, what I talk about is usually sympathetic and parasympathetic balance. If you are sympathetic, there is a overdrive. If you are a kind of angry young man, keeping a lot of resentments against the society, against the people and all that, I'm sure this is not going to help you. And this is what we pick up when cancer patient comes to us. We talk about how we can, they have to start they need to work on that recall healing. There are other stuff. So they should start that pent up in negative emotions and kind of things what you try to inculcate, that has to be released, that makes you a big good person. And you will start your healing process also starts getting well. So parasympathetic is the opposite of what is sympathetic, and we were taught to work on this particular thing. We tell them how to balance this particular thing is not just by giving some medications and all that. It has to be done at a conscious and unconscious level also. So I believe in trying to work it out. I may give some patients, we give some exercises, let them do that. There is a simple thing which can be easily picked up. You don't have to really go into the yoga part and all that. because I don't expect them to be so masters and controlling the breath and all that, particularly when it comes to a cancer patient. So we try to work with some hyperbaric oxygen and other things which are very easy, which will help you modulate your sympathetic and parasympathetic balance. At the same time, we try to modulate the pituitary gland. That is one of the important things. This is something like sleep wakefulness cycle, and this is a diurnal rhythm, what we call as. And this sleep wakefulness cycle, if I am able to modify or if I am able to control that, and this is just happens just by empowering the people around with the patient to strictly follow that no light rule in the room, in the darkness, and trying to see that there's no EMRs and all that, so electromagnetic radiation and all that, not exposed to this particular thing. And I'm sure the people, where they go to extent, they start cooperating with us. This is the all the approaches. This is not one simple kind of magic bullet what we are trying to put across, but it's a amalgamation of different things. Sleep wakefulness cycle, restoring that particular thing, sympathetic parasympathetic balance, if I am able to help it out, trying to work with the diet part, which is a major kind of thing, trying to work with the mind body balance, and trying to inculcate that kind of, and working with something like restoring the microbiome, restoring the good bacteria in the body, in your intestines. That makes a big difference in when it comes to this particular thing. And that's how we are trying to work it out. Apart from that, we work on some areas where we give high dose vitamin C's. We try to work on some areas where this is something which we do some detox and all that, trying to remove. All the time when we see a cancer patient, we always see a toxicity in them, and if I'm able to offload some of the toxicity also, that makes the progress quite well with all these particular modalities. This is what we try to work with this product of in this cancer kind of stuff, and I believe this has to be worked along with every patient who suffers from that. And yes, you if you know, if you're aware of these things, it will be a good thing to can contemplate using them into your near and dear ones who gets into some this kind of problem. Thank you.